Hi, my name's Helen and this is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're a Hell's Bell, hello. This is just a brief introduction today. I'm doing a two-parter at home with Helen. The first part is HelloFresh and the second part is a little bit of a lounge makeover. I hope you enjoy it and thank you for watching. See you soon. I'm in the kitchen here again today and I've teamed up with HelloFresh, my second sort of stint with them, which I'm loving. And I honestly can tell you that for me, oh, I'm a sad-eye really. For me, it makes cooking so much more fun and more interesting because I feel like a television cook. So all the ingredients get delivered in the box that's behind me and they're all really well packaged, chilled, you know. It arrived while I was out yesterday, no problem at all. It was still cold when I got home. Every bag for each recipe selection will have a number on it, so you just store that in the fridge and then just pull the bag out. There's a QR code coming up on the screen and I think this is a great offer. It's 60% off your first box and then 25% off your next 2 months boxes. So if you're hesitating or if you just feel like a bit of a treat, you know, I mean, it's kind of like going out for dinner in a way. I know you're still cooking, but it takes all the trudge and drudge out of it because I've just lost inspiration really. I just do the same stuff over and over. Last night, Billy was here last night and Katie and Hattie were here and I said, I've only got a meal for 4, so they went home, but I could have actually made it spread. And we had this one, Thai inspired pulled pork burger and chips, and it was delicious. Billy described it as amazing. And there was so much that I could have actually, with another packet of buns, I could have easily made it fit for all of us. And there was a really simple salad in there, which was just basically carrots, slivers of carrot with some mini gem lettuce and some peanuts, crushed peanuts, which all were provided, with some rice wine vinegar and olive oil. And it was so simple, but it was so clean and fresh. Anyway, rambling on about that, let's talk about today's recipe. So this one is teriyaki sriracha salmon and ginger rice bowl, which looks delicious. And so I've got the 4 pieces of salmon. I'll show you, I've got a photograph of it all. The basmati rice, roasted sesame seeds, which means I don't have to roast them myself, you know, all of that palaver. And what's great about this is I do have teriyaki sauce in my cupboard, but I don't have ginger puree and I don't have sriracha sauce, and I don't have rice wine vinegar either. So, and look at this beautiful bowl of veg. So all I have to do really is follow these simple instructions. And as I said to you before, I would always read all of the instructions before I start, because if you just do it one after the other, you know, it sort of says meanwhile. So, you know, you might not realise the order of things. So I always look at this, look at the pantry ingredients, get those out, and then read the whole recipe. It's going to be interesting because I don't know if the children have ever had radishes before. And this has got like a pickled radish. So the jury's out on that one, but there's loads there. I'll tell you who will love that is Rob. And we're actually having for dinner tonight with a salad. So what isn't eaten, I'll just use with that. So yeah, I'll crack on with that. And oh, I'm cooking the salmon in the air fryer. It does say to cook it in the oven, but most things that you can cook in the oven, you can cook in the air fryer. And I'm using my double drawer one. And it's been quite hard to get tins to fit. Well, I haven't found any to fit, to be honest with you. I'm still searching, but I got some foil tins, and by just squeezing the corners in, that actually now fits in there. And that's useful. And then the other thing I would suggest if you're using an air fryer is that you get a pair of these silicone mitts, because like with this is going to be quite tight into the tray and I can grab that quite easily and get it out. Whereas if I was using oven gloves, that would be more difficult. So yeah, it looks really lovely. Katie and Hattie are coming for lunch. it's proven to be quite a nice day actually, even though it wasn't supposed to be. So yeah, I'll crack on with that, and I'll let you see the finished article. Should be interesting. Here we have the teriyaki, sriracha, salmon and ginger bowl. Looks delicious.
Yeah, it does.
So we're going to eat it now. I'm not sure how the kids will take it, but at least it's something different and change as good as the rest. See you soon. Bye. So I'm still in the kitchen and it is a different day, but I just wanted to, my kitchen diner, that I think you've kind of seen most of it. I bought a new rug and I decided I wanted to change it up a little bit. Couldn't buy a new sofa or anything, that'd be ridiculous because there's nothing wrong with the sofa we've got. Sorry, the dishwasher's on, that's not my stomach gurgling. And you remember this vase I got in Asda? It was only, I don't know, a few quid, £6 or £7 maybe. It's very lightweight, so I have put some of these glass chippings in that I use in floristry. They're quite handy for stabilising the vase and also for holding the stems. Now, I was in HomeSense again, and I saw these hydrangeas, fake hydrangeas obviously, silk hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are one of my favourite flowers, and I thought they'd go nicely in this vase, so I'm just going to do a little arrangement in those really. So those stones do help to position the flowers and to stop them all swinging around. So you probably know, and I said it on my flower arranging video, that you should always group things in odd numbers. In nature, things are not really, oh that's edgy, isn't it? Never in pairs. You know, it looks much more natural if you can put things in 3s or 5s or 7s. So I'm not going to cut those down just yet, but I am going to move them down because it's a bit ridiculous otherwise. And obviously, I mean, that's just them in the vase. And they look quite nice actually. I mean, you could have them. The other thing is, you know, when you're measuring to cut, don't measure like this, measure like this. And then you can see, you know, where you need to cut it off in regard to the stem. It's easier than trying to do it this way, where you've kind of got the stem longer than the vase. So this way you can just do it like that. It's just a little tipette. So I might need to cut one of those down, excuse me. But I'll wait and see. And then to go with them, I got these Monstera leaves, what they used to call cheese plant, I think, when I was young. They grow like triffids. I'm not actually that keen on silk flowers, but what I quite often do is mix them in with real foliage, and when you do that, people honestly end up touching the flower to see if it's real. Now this is just going on the windowsill in the kind of sitting area of this back room. So that sits quite nicely. There's a handy little cutout in the top of that, which quite nicely allows the hydrangea to sit into. So quite like that. And then I want this one lower. Let's stick it right up here. Right, hang on, I'm going to have to cut this. I'll see if my floristry scissors will cut it. Oh yeah. It has got wire in it, but a bit of backwards and forwards. Yeah, so good idea to take the tags off. Don't look very realistic with the tags on. So I'm hoping that's going to sit quite low. Just fold that bottom part up. I don't want to cut too much off it because then it restricts what I can use it for, you know, another time. I'm going to have to cut some off. So these were the leaves were $2.99 and the flowers were $4.99. So what, 10, 15, 15 for the flowers and 6, so £21, which you'd pay more than that, wouldn't you, for probably the real thing. And they just brighten, you know, brighten a corner really, don't they? So at the beginning of this video was me cooking that HelloFresh meal, which was delicious. And then last night, Rob and I had this one, lamb steak and garlic butter. It was absolutely delicious. I'm really impressed with it, and that's the truth. I mean, you know, they probably won't ask me again. I mean, not for any bad reason, just because I should imagine they want kind of fresh blood. So, yeah, I have got another leaf, and I wasn't going to use it, but I think I am now, and I think I might just stand this at the back. In the vase, Helen, that would help, wouldn't it? It's surprising, actually. No, I'm going to have to cut that too. So it's not raining here today. Yesterday was unbelievable. Unbelievable. For July, no, August, isn't it? So I feel so sorry for people with little kids, you know, trying to amuse them. So difficult and so expensive, because you end up, if you can, you know, a lot of people can't afford it with what's going on at the moment. But, you know, if you're trying to amuse little children and you can't just go to the beach, or, I mean, you know, obviously we've done it, we've gone out and played rounders in the pouring rain just for a bit of fun, but you can't do it all day, can you? It's just too much. So this one is much harder to break, funnily enough. Doesn't want to be broken, right? That's... Right, at last. Right, that's better. It kind of fills that back up. Let's see. That's quite dramatic, doesn't it? I will probably rearrange this in situ, and I'll take you over there. I'll just turn the camera off and put this on the windowsill, and then I'll show you what I've done to ring the changes. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. That's the flowers on the windowsill. Looks quite good, doesn't it? Quite dramatic. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now this is the kind of far end from the kitchen, which is like the seating area for the kitchen diner. And I had gone very blue, and after getting this rug, which I need to run the Hoover over, it's the vacuum over, it's a Harlequin rug. It's 100% wool, so it keeps rubbing up, but I really like it. It's called Sure, S-U-R-E, and it kind of looks like a shell, if you know what I mean. And the pile makes it go lighter or darker. And then I got these cushions, which I love, in Home Sense. They're DKNY. And I sprayed them with the same protector that I used on my new Coach bag. Well, Rob did it, to be fair. And they're kind of a winter white. Now, I do want some other cushions to get rid of the blue ones on here altogether, but I'm still trying to find the fabric. And then I did get these on Amazon, and they are cheap and cheerful, but they are a winter white. And it's just to kind of lighten this whole end, which it does do. It does kind of stop it being all blue, blue, blue. That peacock's seen better days now because of the grandchildren pulling around. But with the rug and the cushions, it has really changed it up, and I'm happy enough with that. Once I get some more winter white cushions on there, or taupe cushions, I think it will look pretty good. So, yeah. Still on the fake flowers, but I got these as well. They were reduced to £2, and I think they had been $4.99, and I'd nearly bought them at $4.99. So when I saw them at £2, I had to get them. I thought they were really good, and I'm thinking of doing an autumn door swag. So I might use these in there. I know probably the flower isn't appropriate for autumn, but it's just a nice bit of colour. So I got 3 of those. So I'll put those to one side right now. I'll clear up this mess. And this video will come after the Bridgerton tea party video, which you will see that I'm wearing the same clothes because it's the same day. So I'm just getting the last bits organised, and I'm gonna go and get changed now, and that's me done. So yeah, don't forget the discount code for the HelloFresh, and give it a go. I really would give it a go. It's I love it. That's all I can say. I really love it, and I will be paying for it. I mean, obviously I got those free, but I'm happy to pay for it. So yeah, I'll see you really soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.